Get spot straight off the bench.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to live Volleyball League of America Central Division regular season action from Wheaton, Illinois, just outside Chicago. My name is Rob St. Clair, bringing you match number 5 of the weekend, a rematch from last night between the Chicago Sweed and the Indiana team Pineapple. Pineapple in their second match of a back-to-back. They just took a point off the Chicago Icemen, went down 2-0, then came back all the way to force a 5th set. Although they lost that, they do get a point in the standings. Swede's first match of the day, they went 1-1 yesterday, a 3-set loss to the Icemen, a 3-set win over this Indiana team Pineapple. We'll introduce the teams here in the house, introduce the starting lineups, and we'll get right to first serve. Thanks for joining us. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live from the DuPage Event Center for Volleyball League of America regular season action. This 5th match of the weekend features in black and green the Indiana team Pineapple, and in bright orange, green, and black the Chicago Sweed. Let's meet the starting lineups first for the Indiana team Pineapple. A 6'5" setter from Ball State University, number 27, Jake Romano. A 6'4" outside hitter from Purdue Fort Wayne, number 4, Tony Price. A 6'4" outside hitter from Ball State University, number 35, Caleb Short. A 6'4" opposite from Claypool, Indiana, number 18, Isaac Schuler. A 6'9" middle blocker from Lise McRae University, number 17, Matt Harpenow. A 6'3" middle blocker from Claypool, Indiana, number 33, Mark Bergman. And a 5'6" libero from McKendree University, number 34, Francisco Comas. Check, check. There we go. Francisco Comas, number 34. Team Pineapple is coached by Ivan Matos and Lauren Giebert, managed by Ron Clark. And now the team in orange. Make some noise for the Chicago Sweed. Starting off with a 6'3" setter from St. Ambrose University, number 12, Jake Snyder. A 6'7" outside hitter from Purdue University, number 10, Chris Bulava. A 6'4" outside hitter from Purdue Fort Wayne, number 11, Austin Neese. A 6'6" opposite from Northwestern University, number 27, Isaac Sageman. A 6'5" middle blocker from Grandview University, number 6, Zachar Pasha. A 6'5" middle blocker from Ball State University, number 22, Parker Swartz. And a 6'2" libero from Purdue Fort Wayne, number 4, Scott McNerney. Sweed is coached by Tyler Boyce, managed by Jordan Smith. Our officials, Mark Berman and Felix Madera. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves volleyball. We got ourselves starting lineups introduced. We got ourselves a live stream. How about that? Let's play some ball. Welcome to the Volleyball League of America YouTube channel. Chicago Sweed versus the Indiana Team Pineapple. A terrible service error by Jake Romano to start us off. Indiana in black and green on the far side. This is their last match of the weekend. 0-3, but they do have 1 point in the books with their 5-set loss to the Chicago Icemen this morning. Sweed 1-1 yesterday. They beat Indiana 3-0 last night. And that ball is into the antenna. Some sloppy ball handling for Indiana to start us off. And the thing about these regular season weekends, you're playing a lot of volleyball. Sometimes you're dealing with playing back-to-back best-of-5 matches. That's what Indiana's doing right now. They've got mostly a new lineup out there, or at least a couple. I think 3 new starters out of the 7. Same 2 middles with Harpenau and Bergman. Same libero with Comas and Tony Price, trying to put the team on his back and play back-to-back matches at outside hitter. But Isaac Schuler, the new opposite, Jake Romano, the new setter, and Caleb Short, number 35, making his VLA debut at outside hitter. Nice pass there by Chris Bulava. Jake Snyder for Sweed feeds Zachar Pasha in the middle, number 6 in orange, out of Grandview. This is Isaac Sageman back to serve, opposite out of Northwestern. And not quite enough spin on that one to catch the baseline. So best 3 out of 5 sets in this second to last match of the weekend. Team Pineapple desperately needs a win here, looking for their first win of the season. Do not want to start the season 0-4. Ooh, short tip attempt there by Pasha. Maybe a little too far away from Snyder for the run that at least one of them was planning on. Sweed here rolling in with a deep roster, 14 guys at least on the roster for the weekend. What they're able to do with that is basically platoon their team, have a starting 7 here and potentially an entirely different starting 7 in their last match against the Icemen coming up later on today. But they've got a match to win right here first and foremost. They're going to get a free ball here. Pasha to Snyder, back to Pasha, missed it out of bounds, but a net touch against Indiana. Too many of those this weekend for Team Pineapple, if you ask me, and I'm sure if you ask them as well. Here is Chris Bulava, 6'7" outside hitter out of Purdue, 30 years of age. Nice dig by Scott McNerney down the line, and dumped over by Snyder, the front court setter. Outstanding dig. Number 4 in black, Scott McNerney for Sweed with his first match of the season. Indiana, Purdue, Fort Wayne alum. There's a bunch of guys on this Sweed team that have connections to the state of Indiana, or even the city of Fort Wayne directly, from which Team Pineapple hails. All the way back to Schuler on the right side again. Swatted back by Neeson, no coverage. Excellent start for Swedes, 6-3 here early on. So Scott McNerney went to Purdue Fort Wayne, Austin Neese went to Purdue Fort Wayne, and played for Team Pineapple last year. Parker Swartz, starting middle this match for Sweed, went to Ball State. Chris Bulava went to Purdue. All those guys spending their time in college in the state of Indiana. And a good shot there by Sageman, born and raised in Evanston, Illinois, including his time at Northwestern. Outstanding NCVF college club player. Kill out of the back row down the line there. Sweed is at the gates quick. Tough task for Pineapple here, coming back and starting another match immediately after losing a 5-setter. They've got to find something here. Ooh, just out of bounds there from Bulava. Teams trading service errors. Let's see if Pasha can put one in play here. Nice rip down the line. Caleb Short, number 35 in black. Outside hitter, fresh out of Ball State, only 23 years of age, 6'4" from Indianapolis. Very underrated volleyball city, Indianapolis. Ooh, a slide, run to Parker Swartz. Dug pretty nicely, but Price couldn't quite go up and get it before it touched the antenna. You don't see that much of that in high-level men's volleyball, those middle attackers running off of 1 foot behind the setter. But Swartz is good at that, and Paul Bolanczyk as well, who you might see later for Sweed, also pretty good off of 1 foot. Another good dig there by McNerney. Schuler out of the back row through the block of Neese, his former teammate. Point there for Indiana. Austin Neese, a big pickup for Sweed this offseason from Chicagoland. Like I mentioned, played collegiately at IPFW. Was second team all VLA outside hitter, 4-team Pineapple just last season. Aggressive set there from Snyder, way outside the antenna. Free ball chance here. Price not a system swing. Bulava's there. Bulava out of the back row, a little awkward, stutter step in the approach. Now Price again, recycles off the block. Romano, the front court setter, taking a blast. And Parker Swartz, his former teammate at Ball State, says no way, did not touch that ball on its way out of bounds. A lot of overlap, a lot of familiarity with these teams. So many connections to the state of Indiana, and in particular the Ball State and IPFW programs. Cut short serve there by Austin Neese, nowhere close to getting over the net. Getting the score at the scores table straightened out. 10-7, or 7 serving 10 should be correct. Decent pass by McNerney. Bulava against 2 blockers, slowed down by a nice touch. Good chance here for Price. Down the line, what a dig by Snyder. Back to Indiana though. Bergman in the middle, missed it out of bounds. No touch and didn't catch a piece of the sideline. Wow, big break there for Sweed. Excellent defense from both McNerney and Snyder. And now Parker Swartz back to serve for Chicago. Ball State product, very unique serve. This quick run up, low toss, and some nasty spin on it. And an ace serve right on cue, one of the most unique serves you'll see in the league. He really creates some chaos. You just never see a serve like this. So you don't know how to practice against it. It's very difficult to predict what way it's gonna move with this weird sort of knuckly side spin it's got. Ace serve again, 2 in a row for Swartz. That one untouched. Right in the seam. What an X factor Parker Swartz has been. New to Sweed this offseason as well. A really nice piece of their 4-person middle blocker picture. Timeout Team Pineapple. Got some questions to answer about how they're going to deal with this serve. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name's Rob St. Clair. Thanks a lot for joining us here on the VLA YouTube channel. Thanks all for sticking with us. We had some some issues with the internet in the last match this morning, the 5-setter between Team Pineapple and the Icemen of Chicago. Made things a little bit interesting. And well, we appreciate you all giving us your feedback, letting us know if everything's working for you, if you can get access to the games. So let me know in the YouTube live chat if you need anything, if everything looks and sounds okay, or if you have any issues with access. We encourage you all to pick up memberships to the VLA YouTube channel. We are going to keep this match public, though, to make sure everyone knows where to find it. Out of the timeout here, Swartz continuing to serve for Sweed. Nice touch by Nice. Diving to his right. Really tight play to Bulava, though. Romano keeps it in play. Price easily, it should have been easily handled by Nice. Slipped through his hands. Now off the ceiling, still alive in this gym. Price one more time, rolled. Swartz is there. Nice stab by Sageman. Joust, Bergman kept alive. Dug again. Incredible defense everywhere. Sageman, wrist away, didn't get the touch. It's out of bounds. Oh, man, the Swede sideline was ready to explode if they had won that point. You can start to see the fatigue setting in here already, at least on the Team Pineapple side. Their 4th match in 2 days. That is demanding. That's a lot of volleyball. Got to have guys that you can cycle in off the bench, and all 3 of these teams know that. They are no stranger to this format. Pretty good crowd on hand here in the DuPage Event Center, by the way. We are in Wheaton, Illinois, just west of the city of Chicago. That's served by Sageman, not even close. And he knows it. I mean, I'm certainly biased being Chicagoland born and raised, living in the city now, but I've got nothing but incredible things to say about the volleyball community and the volleyball culture in and around this city. As you can tell, it's the only city in the country with 2 VLA Tier 1 teams. And I think there are a total of 5 Chicagoland VLA men's teams now, plus at least 1 on the women's side. Just a ton of volleyball in this area. And a customary exchanging of service errors on display here midway through set number 1. This is Isaac Schuler. Keep this one in play with the float serve. Crushed down the line by Nice, but unfortunately into the antenna. Yeah, correct call. That ball's out of bounds. You had that tiny bit of space between Romano's right hand and that red and white antenna, but ball hit the antenna first, immediately out of bounds, called correctly right away. Perfect pass there by Nice. Gets the repeat, this time off the hands of Romano and out of bounds. And Jake Romano, the setter, number 27 in black, out of Ball State for Indiana. Currently lives in Chicago, plays volleyball with and against these Sweed guys on a very regular basis. So much overlap and familiarity, and not just from playing each other this weekend. Decent touch by Pasha. Oh, actually almost a favorable deflection off the ceiling, but nobody from Sweed keep it alive. The ceiling rules that we play within the VLA are facility dependent. Big fan of this facility, by the way. Shout out to Future Volleyball Club for hooking us up with the DuPage Event Center. But we will play the ball inbounds off the ceiling in this gym as long as it stays on your side. Pretty good touch there. Funnels it right to McNerney. Snyder, this front court setter, takes a swing, but Harpenau there for Indiana to block it. Not getting past Matty Ice. Point Team Pineapple. Serve out of bounds from short. One might be tempted to use the line short misses long. Take it or leave it for that one. Jake Snyder, as I've talked about this weekend, a really nice pickup for Swede to add to their setting picture. Played for Tier 2 squad Southside XP last year. Definitely ready for the big stage. A super good athlete, has made a lot of good front court plays and a capable spin server, but Indiana deals with that one no problem. Nice looking first ball side out there. Matt Harper now back to serve, 32 years of age, 6'9", middle blocker out of Cincinnati. He's been with Team Pineapple for the better part of a decade, and that is an ace serve off of Nice into the ceiling, and then Nice touches it again. Had a good time having Chicago Icemen middle blocker Scott Sawicki on the broadcast with me last night as these two teams played. Sweed versus Team Pineapple. He was telling me that him and Matt Harpenau are the exact same age. They played against each other in college all the way back in, I think, 2012, I believe, when Sawicki was at Lindenwood. Harpenau was at Lees McRae in the Conference Carolinas. Here they are now about a decade later. Price tried to tip down the line into the block of Sageman and swatted back where it came from. Excellent block from number 27 in orange. He is way above the net right there. Pressing over, not allowing himself to get tooled. Swede's lead is back up to a pretty comfortable 4. Nice unleashing from the service line. This is just a bit long. Got to say, I have been really impressed with the fight and the effort that Team Pineapple has shown. They've dug themselves a few holes in sets here and there throughout this weekend. They never lay down and die. They will always be primed for a comeback. A very difficult team to beat after point 20. Although Bulava hits a good high shot there to score. But what Indiana needs right here, right now, is a first ball side out off Parker Swartz. We've already seen the issues they've had with this serve. Tough ball for Price, right on cue. Yet another ace serve for Parker Swartz. Man, you can't say enough about how nasty this thing is. I hope this camera angle from the baseline is doing it justice, just how weird it's moving. It's coming from the bottom left corner of your screen. Just keep an eye on this ball, how it wobbles side to side. Pretty good pass there by Comas. Nice dig by Swartz. Hittable ball for Bulava. He's slowed down by a touch. Comas there again. Short out of the back row, blocked by Pasha, and it falls. What a dig by Parker Swartz. That was a beautiful looking move by a middle blocker playing defense. And exactly what Team Pineapple could not afford, letting Sweed go on a late run here on the serve of Parker Swartz. Timeout again, their second and final, 22-16. So, ladies and gentlemen, while we have a minute in the timeout, I'm Rob St. Clair once again. Thanks again for watching. We encourage you guys to check out the brand new VLA website. If you haven't seen it yet, there's a link in the description. It's just outstanding. Huge fan of the work that Ricky Aguilar and Alec Wilson from a company called WebSprint did for us in the offseason. So go give that a look. You can find a lot of info about the league, about all the teams that are playing. I think most recently the count of teams in the league might be up to 61. It's ridiculous. It's growing every day. And info on the schedule and some team rosters, including all the rosters for these 3 teams this weekend. So definitely encourage you to go give that a look. Let's see if Swartz out of the timeout can keep this run going. Oh, good effort there from Swartz, diving off the block touch, but there is the side up the Team Pineapple was looking for. The question now is it too little too late? There's still time to make this set 1 comeback. Nice fights it off. Wow, what a push by Snyder all the way to the outside, dug by Comas somehow, and then mishandled by Pasha. He gives it right on top of the net for Mark Bergman, number 33 in black, who is ready and waiting to throw it down. That was an outstanding set by Jake Snyder from basically the ref stand all the way across to Bulava, with good defense by Indiana. And they're not going down without a fight here. Nice pass by Bulava to fight that off. Pasha in the middle, perfect. That is such a high-level first ball side-out play right there. That is about as good of a serve as Tony Price can rip. And Chris Bulava with a great adjustment, his platform way outside of his body, gave Snyder all 3 options, all 4 options really. 2 points remaining for Sweed in this first set. Sageman handled by Price. Price out of the back row, a little awkward there. Snyder to Nice. That ball is touched by the block. We play on. Bulava, sharp cross court, just barely out of bounds. Oh, wait. I think we have a net touch against the Indiana block. Yes, we do. Net violation against the Team Pineapple block. Yeah, Team Pineapple saying that ball was out of bounds. It was. The call is net touch against the block, and that'll be set point for Chicago. 24-18 for Isaac Sageman. No luck for Sageman that time. Mark Bergman at the service line. Oh, I was just about to say, if you want a chance here for Team Pineapple to make a run, might be a good time for a serving specialist, and it is. It's like Jesus Serrano, number 11 in black, who started a couple matches at setter for Team Pineapple this weekend. Very good server off the bench against Sweed set point. Got to do some work right here. Sageman out of the back row against no blockers. Serrano is there. Tough ball for short. He's blocked and covered. Nice play by Harpenow to keep it alive. But now a free ball chance. Snyder, Pasha slowed down. Nice play by Price. Harpenow is blocked. A weird scramble play. Really good effort by Team Pineapple, but it's Zakir Pasha, the blocker out of NAIA Grandview, who puts the punctuation mark on this first set. 25-19. Sweed takes it over Team Pineapple. They lead 1-9. Both teams looking to chase the Chicago Icemen, their Central Division rivals. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 1 set in the books. This is a difficult task for Team Pineapple. I feel for them playing 2 back-to-back matches, fighting so hard from down 0-2 against the Icemen just before this to come back all the way to 5. They stole a point, but it's not that much of an emotional victory. You do all that work, you spend all that effort just to get a point instead of to end up winning the match. Then they turn around about an hour later and have to play against a really hungry Swede team that needs this match just about as much as Indiana does. I think the tone has been set in this division by the Chicago Icemen. 3-0 so far and almost perfect. I guess, what do they have, 8 points through 3 matches? And that is the pace being set right now, these two teams chasing. And you play a lot of matches in the regular season in the VLA. You have 8 guaranteed against your division, plus however many matches you happen to play in your Divisions Cup tournament and in the VLA Cup tournament. So both of these two teams will play in 2 weeks from now in the North Chicago suburb of Niles. Then the Central Division Cup in March in Cincinnati. Then the VLA Cup in May in Madison, Wisconsin. So 4 weekends, that's your season. And the top 6 out of the 8 teams in all of VLA Men's Tier 1 make the playoffs. But every one of those weekends matters so much. And you can ask Team Pineapple about this. In the same structure last year, Team Pineapple went out in the first event, which was up in Fort Wayne, kind of their backyard, and went 3-1. Had a really nice start to the season. The problem was the second regular season event of the year against Sweed and the Icemen. Team Pineapple went 0-4. And didn't get any points out of that, and that ended up being enough for them to miss the playoffs by a really narrow margin. So every event matters a lot, and if you dig a hole in an event early, or you don't put your best foot forward in one of the 4 events you get to play, you're in really big trouble to make the playoffs. So a lot on the line here for both of these teams. And on the Swede side, I love what I'm seeing from them. They're touching a lot of balls. I like the offense that Jake Snyder is running so far, and I think they're doing a really good job of roster management as well, because this group together, right now, the 7 on court look to have pretty good chemistry, and they have another 7 waiting on the bench that if my hypothesis is correct, they're going to use a brand new starting 7 to play the Chicago Icemen in match number 6 coming up later on. So I like what Jordan Smith and Tyler Boyce have done to manage this team. We'll see if it pays off here in set number 2. Set number 2 starts with a service error from Parker Swartz, and nobody's happier about that than Team Pineapple. Swartz shredded them in that first set. Here is Romano, the setter, out of Ball State. A little surprised about his float serve choice, because considering he has not had any luck. That's 2 float service errors in the middle of the net that I can remember. I know Romano's got a dangerous jump spinner. if you're going to float serve, and if you can't even put a float serve in the court, then you might as well be as aggressive as you can. Conservative serve there from Sageman. Price on the right side is dug by Nice. Pasha in the middle, thrown through the block and down. Excellent block defense set up by Chicago. That's a big block. Bulava 6'7", Pasha about 6'5", maybe 6'6", up there with 4 big hands. Nice in exactly the right spot on defense. And then Pasha available in transition. Here's Sageman again. Really good pass by Price. Schuler deep cross court. McNerney makes that look easy. Sageman out of the back row. Not good hand contact on that one. But another net touch by the Team Pineapple block. That is way too many of those undisciplined moves, especially in this moment, to keep them stuck in rotation 1 and to negate what would have been a Chicago unforced error. That is not a good mistake. Sageman again. Ooh, that did not miss by much. Francisco Comas, number 34 in green, chose to dodge that one, let it go over his shoulder, and he was right to do so. There's a lot of new pieces on this Team Pineapple squad this weekend. A good bit of youth, good bit of new blood, which is awesome to see. The one player that has impressed me the most by far is number 34 in green, an outstanding libero early on in his VLA career. Field goal there for Chris Bulava, right between the arms of Isaac Schuler. Excellent set from Snyder to get the one-on-one. Got a couple football games to look forward to later today. Might as well give us the appetizer of a field goal right between the arms. Mark Bergman here called upon for some spot duty at middle blocker. He's actually played pretty well. Ooh, look at that. A tricky setter dump from Jake Snyder. Two-handed, short to position 4. And I love that choice considering there was no libero on the floor in that rotation. That is really good thinking by number 12 in orange. I mentioned his front court ability. He is an offensive-minded setter. High ball to Schuler, way over the block and out of bounds cross court. That one never really had a chance. And just looked over to the Team Pineapple sideline. Head coach Ivan Matos, who is an outstanding player for Team Pineapple in his own right once upon a time. He is looking to his bench to see what he has and options for wing hitter substitutions. We've seen Evan Giebert play some opposite. Played really well against the Icemen this morning. Really good pass there by Price against Snyder. Short against 2 blockers is dug by McNerney, but couldn't get underneath that ball. Good swing there by Caleb Short. I like what I've seen out of him in limited action so far this match. Excellent mustache too, by the way. Little tight pass by Bulava, but a fantastic grab. Jake Snyder could make a highlight reel out of only Jake Snyder's one-handed sets this weekend alone and fill up a good couple minutes of content. That was beautiful. Parker Swartz right there to capitalize. Got to be able to make that play as a setter at this high of a level. Romano to Harpenau is blocked by Swartz. Nice shuffle move there by number 22 in orange, staying in front of his opposing middle blocker, and Sageman as well, the opposite for Sweed. He's played a good bit of middle blocker in his career and kind of has that eye for when he needs to jump in and help with the quick attack. Nice short serve. Austin Neese with the changeup. Cuts it short in front of Caleb Short. Run here opened up by Sweed. They're doubling up Team Pineapple 10-5, and Ivan Matos is pacing the sideline, searching for answers. That one torched by Nice, handled really nicely. Price, high, I think through the block of Sageman maybe, or perhaps between a seam, but Tony Price was up there when he got that ball and put it away pretty easily inside the baseline. I love the friendly banter between the net for these two teams. I mentioned so much familiarity, but nice swing by Sageman, nice deep cross-court shot. Price bailing out, trying to reach back with one hand to block that ball. But what I was about to say was the net in men's volleyball, for those of you relatively new to the game, is 8 feet high. But just because the net's 8 feet high doesn't mean the game isn't played at a level way, way higher than that. These blockers and attackers are up at 10.5, sometimes 11, sometimes above that. Feet off the ground, it's pretty ridiculous. The ball may have been going out of bounds. Short played it. Difficult chance here for Price against two blockers. Slow down touch, and Swartz is there. Nice out of the back row. Comas makes the play off the tape. The pineapple attempted by Romano is good enough to score. Look at that. Team Pineapple scoring with the pineapple. Loy Ball himself invented and trademarked that play when he was setting for IPFW. I think as the story goes, IPFW was playing out in Hawaii against Hawaii, and Loy Ball, a 6'8" setter, was just flinging those setter dumps with his right hand deep into the court. And the opposing Hawaii coach was complaining that, my goodness, he keeps throwing pineapples back there. And the Ball family trademarked it immediately, hence the name of this team. Oh, that ball is off the ceiling. Actually, a favorable break there for Team Pineapple, but they can't quite chase it down. So yeah, that's where the pineapple name comes from, straight from the source in Loy Ball. Rotation one receive here for Team Pineapple has been a problem so far, but not a problem this time with the Sageman service error. Really nice pass by Bulava. Bulava off the head of the blocker of Schuler, I think. I think that's the second ball in this set alone that Bulava's hit right between Schuler's arms. Bulava back to serve, getting some feedback from his coach Tyler Boyce about who his serving target should be. Staying down with the float serve this time, which is interesting. Pretty good ball by Price. Short, tipped into the block, and barely squeaks over the tape and falls on the Chicago side. Team Pineapple's side-out offense, not bad. Definitely not bad here in this match and this whole weekend, but they haven't blocked that many balls. They haven't dug quite so many balls, and they haven't applied a huge amount of service pressure. Their point-scoring ability on their serve is going to have to come from somewhere. This is a good chance. Block touch short. Down the line off Sageman, out of bounds. Right on cue. A very good block touch by Matt Harpenow. Tony Price all over it in position 6, and that is block defense to transition. Textbook stuff right there from Indiana. They could use a lot more of that. Wow, right through the arms of Harpenow again, I think, and too hot to handle for Tony Price in the back row. Austin Neese having a nice match here against his former team. Pasha working on short, decent pass. Price out of the back row, stepped on the attack line as he jumped to go get that. That is a problem that Team Pineapple has had this weekend, and that Tony Price in general has. If you're that back row attacker, you must take off with your jump with both feet entirely behind that 3-meter attack line. Schuler stuffed straight down by Nice. One-on-one move by number 11 in orange against his former team. What an awesome block by Nice, and fun celebration as well. Timeout Team Pineapple. All the momentum in the world on the Chicago side right now. Wondering what sort of answers Team Pineapple might be talking about figuring out how to find on their sideline right now. Like I was saying, their side-out offense is not that bad. Just inability to score points on serve and put pressure on Sweed in just about any way, so that every time you do make a bit of an error or a bit of a misconnect in side-out offense, that's magnified way more because right now they're unable to counter for that with their point-scoring ability on their serve. The percentages at this level, I'd say it's probably about 65%, maybe more like 70% point scoring when your team receives serve. So it's that 35-ish percent of how do you score points on your own serve that really often make the difference. Back to action here with a pretty good feed to the middle, and Matt Harper now goes off the block and out of bounds. But 16-11 here. Team Pineapple with some work to do. Let's go back full screen. Perfect pass again. Nice off the blocker, Romano. High and hard. And a first ball side out, no problem. Swede's serve reception has been outstanding. Nice, Bulava, and McNerney. The three of those guys doing a nice job together fighting off these Team Pineapple servers. Equally good ball there from Price. Tape slows down Romano's dump attempt. Now Sageman in transition. Finds some space between the block and is able to score. I don't hate that dump choice. Just execution not quite good enough. Slowed down by the tape. Nice was there. Now it's 18-11. This feels pretty bleak right now for Indiana. Ace serve, look at that. Jake Snyder can't do it any better than that. Paints the corner in position 5, back tile. You can kind of see the tile pattern in this floor. That was ideal. Nothing Caleb Short can do. Excellent serving. And then he cuts it. I like that choice as well. Overpass forced. And that net violation is against Romano, I believe. Who touched the net there? I suppose maybe it was the ball. So Sweed keeps the point, and we got a substitution. Bryce Barrett, number 30 in black. Another outside hitter out of Ball State, only 22 years of age. He's played really well this weekend. He's in for Caleb Short. Probably to give him a couple reps to get ready to start set number 3, if I had to guess. Another swing by Schuler there, out of bounds, no touch. And substitution as well. I was wondering when we might see this. Evan Giebert, number 8 in black, in for Isaac Schuler, who has just not been efficient enough at opposite so far for about a set and a half. 21-11, this set, I think we can call it. I think this set is over. Chicago's going to go up 2-0. It's for Team Pineapple right now. It's about getting these two new guys in, Barrett and Giebert, and allowing them to get in the flow of the game and maybe generate some momentum so that you start set 3 on even footing as far as the feel in this gym goes. Because right now it seems pretty sloped towards the far side of your screen. Perfect pass by Bulava again. Oh, a 2-ball, look at that. Nice, a front court player there in rotation 1 on the right side, just comes and straight up hits a 2-ball. I like it. Creativity there from Jake Snyder. Pretty good pass by Comas there against Nice. Price is stuffed straight down. What a block by Sageman. Swartz there as well, and that is one of those plays, ladies and gentlemen, that takes place way above that 8 feet mark. Those blockers were at 10-6 at least, nowhere for Price to go. Big move, and Chicago's gonna win this set. It's just a matter of time now. Pretty good pass by Bulava. Swartz on the back one. Pounded. What a connection. Man, Jake Snyder is setting an awesome match right now. I just love the confidence to run up to that ball, get your body there, and trust your middle attacker's going to be behind you. That is really nice communication and a connection that's clearly been developing nicely in the preseason. I know Swede's been working hard in the gym. Set point for Parker Swartz, who's had more than enough impact on this game from the service line. Tough serve. That ball up into the rafters. Price can have a swing at it. Nice makes the play. Transition chance. Bulava for the set. Deep cross court puts it away. What a clinic put on by the Chicago Swede. They kind of mopped the floor with Team Pineapple right there. 25-13 the set score. The set 2 score. So impressive. 2-0. The Chicago lead, looking for their second win of the weekend. And Team Pineapple, with their backs squarely against the wall, need a miracle to make something happen here to start set number 3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I can't say enough about how impressed I am with this Chicago Swede squad right now. They are playing awesome. The chemistry is so clear to me. It makes so much of a difference in, I mean, any sport, but volleyball especially. The connection and just the body of work and the number of repetitions that you have with your teammates. There's just no substitute for the work that this team has clearly put in the preseason. And I love the roster moves they've made in the offseason. Parker Swartz, Jake Snyder, Austin Neese, getting Ethan Carroll back, who we might see later, Zachar Pasha. All excellent pickups to a Swede squad that jumped in the deep end playing VLA Tier 1 last year as their first season. And with a bunch of time in the gym, bunch of new talent, and good roster management with experience playing at this level, that's a recipe for success, man. You're seeing it right now. Swede looks very good. And the best thing they can do for themselves is to get this thing done in 3 and give the rest of their team plenty of time to prepare to take on their crosstown rivals from the Chicago Icemen, scheduled for 3 p.m. And on the Indiana side, a different story. This is a bunch of new guys. They don't have nearly as much of that time in the gym to practice together as both the Chicago teams this weekend do. They're figuring a little bit more out on the fly, but this is their 4th match together on the weekend. They have built that chemistry by now. Team Pineapple as a franchise has always been good at this. They've always been good at figuring each other out, like in the heat of battle quickly. They're coming out, getting ready for set number 3. I think we're seeing a more similar lineup to what we saw against the Icemen this morning. Looks like Price and Barrett at outside hitters, Gebert at opposite. Looks like Jesus Serrano at setter. Could that be the answer? I don't know. We'll see. It's going to take something pretty special. However, Team Pineapple was down 2-0 this morning, and they did come back and force a 5th to grab a point, their first of the season. So nothing's impossible, but I love the way Swede's playing right now. Let's see what Team Pineapple's got here to start set number 3. First serve from Serrano, a float serve. Interesting choice. That ball kept alive off of Swartz. Now to Bulava. Can't find the angle. Sharp cross court. Net gets in the way on forced error, and the defense from Team Pineapple pays off. They score a break point to start set number 3. Repeat set out to Bulava against 3 blockers. Really good touch by Mark Bergman. This is basically a free ball, but Serrano, the setter, took the first ball. Off the block of Sageman and right on the sideline. Nice disciplined hands, knowing that Behrens was trying to swing with that sort of side spin look to get the tool off the block and wide. All credit to Sageman for the right hand discipline on his block move there. And now Parker Swartz back to the service line where he's been excellent. Another good one, and a serve right on cue. That's at least 4 by my count for Parker Swartz. What an impact. It's rare that you find middle blockers with such vicious serves. We've got a couple. Scott Sawicki definitely comes to mind for the Icemen. Andre Brown as well. Matt Harpenow when he's on, but Parker Swartz, what a match he's having. Perfect ball there by Behrens. Bergman in the middle is slowed down. Nice help block there from Bulava. Pasha in the middle in transition. Up and available. Shoots it through a gap and scores. That is such a nice play by Chris Bulava. Number 10 in orange, just a late throwing his hands up there as a help block and gave the slow down touch exactly what Sweed needed to kickstart that transition from defense to offense. Better ball there by Comas against Swartz. Barrett, sharp cross court off of Snyder's hands and out of play. Been really impressed by Bryce Barrett all weekend for Team Pineapple, number 30 in black, 6'4" out of Ball State. 22 years of age from Germantown, Wisconsin. His first VLA action, hopefully the first of many. It's a piece that Team Pineapple can really build around. Back row ball to Austin Neese, tipped, kept alive by Gebert. Bergman in the middle, scooped by McNerney. Right on top of the net though, and Snyder, a backcourt setter, can't legally go up and get that. So Mark Bergman kind of gets his own rebound and throws it down with two hands. Tricky pass by Neese. This is Sageman out of system. Then a nice bailout rip by the big opposite, number 27 in orange, off of Bergman, I believe, and out of bounds. That is the job of the opposite position at the highest levels. We like to say, take out the trash. You're going to get a lot of garbage balls and rough situations against big blocks, and got to find a way to take some swings. At least be smart with the ball, but also occasionally score. That's what Sageman's doing well here. Now a similar chance for Bulava, cross court. Nice dig by Price. Sharp cross court, Price. What an individual play by number 4 in black. Digging a ball hard in off blocker defense position 4, back in transition, and rips a cross court shot. That is pretty special. Excellent pass by McNerney. Set maybe a little too high for Pasha. Chance now for Team Pineapple. Too tight, but Price deals with it. Okay, I think Snyder pulling his hands away may not have been the right choice there. And Indiana takes the lead, 5-4 with a couple lineup changes. See Jesus Serrano, setter born in Mexico, now living in Indianapolis, directing some traffic in between points, talking to his hitters. And that one, an unforced error from Pasha. I think that ball set a little too low, so maybe an overcompensation by Snyder location-wise, and a couple cracks in the Sweed offense kind of for the first time this match. Catch a break there with the service error. Bulava back to serve. We'll see what service option he goes with now. Looks like going back to the jump spinner. Nice slow down touch there by Snyder. Transition chance for Neese. Cross court. Nice scoop by Comas, but back to Chicago. Pasha in the middle, up quick, and taps it down in front of the defense that time. Break point there for Sweed to get us even at 6. Good serving by Bulava. And I like Pasha's toolbox as far as his offensive choices go for middle attackers, because you don't see that much off speed from middles. Even though you kind of should, it's ridiculously effective. Nice rip there by Gebert. A bit of a tight set. He challenges the block of Neese and wins that challenge. Yeah, kind of an unlucky break for Neese. He was there in a pretty good spot. That ball was spatched with not a single bit of topspin on it, and no chance of staying in the court. Serrano, the setter, takes a swing here. That pancake play is made. What a play by Snyder. Neese through a seam in the block. Wow, how good is that? What an awesome play by Jake Snyder, the Chicago setter, sliding from practically the other sideline to to get a hand underneath that ball. A brilliant pancake play. And it turns into a point for Austin Neese. That was fun to watch. Harpenow across his body. Nice range there. Tied up at 8. Team Pineapple doing a much better job hanging around in this third set. No luck there for Price into the top tape. And I think, I can't remember which match I made this point. I think maybe last night in the earlier Sweed versus Team Pineapple matchup. Jake Snyder's the kind of setter. Oh, what a great read. What a read by Parker Swartz, shutting down Serrano's setter dump attempt. Saw that coming from a mile away. Nice play. Bit of a 22 in orange, but I was about to say, Jake Snyder seems like the kind of setter to me that gets himself going, gets his setting game going from making plays in other areas. Nice block by Sageman. Coverage, though, by Comas. Now Snyder to Neese. Crushed down the line. That ball is called in right on the sideline. I thought it was in real time. Very close, right in front of the Team Pineapple bench. They disagree. That ball was exploded by Austin Neese. And Snyder still serving, definitely feeling himself right now, and it is fun to watch. Harpenow slowed down by Neese. Excellent touch off a good read. Swartz in transition, gets the ball back. McNerney's there. Set a little too far outside. Comas scoops Sageman. Better set location there from Snyder. Good effort by Serrano on the second touch, but can't quite chase it down. And now Sweed separating here a bit on the serve of their setter. Gonna have a timeout here from Matos. Let's see. No, not yet. I'm surprised. Beautiful set by Snyder again. Pulling blockers. Man, just awesome to see him be physical and have that physicality pay off. Misdirection gets his middle attacker a wide opening. This is really fun stuff for the Chicago Swede. They are pulling away here 13-8. Already up 2-0. Out of the timeout here, Team Pineapple needs an answer in this rotation. And they get one. A good timeout generates a service error. A coach's point, we call those sometimes. And Harpenow there returns the favor. I think Chicago libero Scott McNerney might be having some kind of cut or bleeding from his knee. I just saw him dash to the sideline to sort that out. Still in, though, and makes a defensive play right there. Serrano to Bergman. There's McNerney again keeping that ball alive. Where does Serrano go here? Barron, sharp cross court. Bulava diving, and him and McNerney overlapping a bit. Can't quite keep it alive. Good defensive effort, though. Give credit for the kill to Bryce Barron. 10 serving 14. to be a very nice time for a service run if you're Team Pineapple. Absolutely, that ball is in right on cue. A perfect serve from Jesus Serrano. Right on cue, right on the sideline. No argument from the Sweed bench either. That one was clearly in. Serrano again, absorbed nicely by Nice. Swartz in the middle, pounded, I think, through the hands of Bergman. What an awesome piece of serve reception that was. Austin Nice smiling with his teammates. That was a dime. Nice opportunity for Swartz here from the service line to extend. A little run right here could go a long way. And Team Pineapple off the hook as that ball goes just long. Beautiful pass. One-on-one for Sageman. Nice setting by Snyder again. All set up by just outstanding serve reception. Man, the Sweed reception unit has been so good this whole match. McNerney, Nice, and Bulava. The nice part about it, too, for them is that there's no clear weakness. Like, one of those three guys isn't an obvious target for Team Pineapple to continuously serve at. Excellent pass by Barrett. Quick ball. I think that was through Snyder's hands and definitely touched. That should be a kill for Team Pineapple. And I think right now, like I alluded to a couple points ago, I think Scott McNerney's left knee might be bleeding a bit. And I think our down official Felix Madera may have just noticed that and needs him to at least cover it up or clean something up a bit. Yep, so yeah, Scott's over there with, fortunately, Team Pineapple manager Ron Clark is a pretty experienced athletic trainer. He's got a big duffel bag full of supplies right there on the bench with him, so he'll give McNerney a bit of attention there. So while we have a second, ladies and gentlemen, I'll direct your attention again to the VLA website. Brand new and improved, built from the ground up this offseason. It's a great resource. You can find so much information about the league over there. I want to highlight a couple upcoming events, just sort of an overview of what the schedule looks like coming up. So as many of you may have watched, last weekend we were in San Diego, California for the West Division Cup, which was an awesome event. I was out there. It was great. The 7th seed out of 12 teams ended up winning that tournament, which is pretty awesome. And this week here, we kick off the Central Division regular season. Next weekend, we have the league has the weekend off. But the weekend after that, so 2 weeks from now, I think that's February 10th weekend, we are in action in 2 different places. This same division, the Central Division, these 3 teams will be back in Chicagoland, this time at Energy Volleyball Club up in Niles. Also, the Tier 1 East Division gets underway at the Mohegan Sun Casino in Connecticut, the league's 3rd year in a row at that event in partnership with New England AAU Volleyball. So we're looking forward to that. Ton of volleyball coming up that weekend. Matches live in 2 different places. Then shortly after that, we'll be in Phoenix, Arizona for a West Division regular season event featuring the Dallas Dogs playing up from Tier 2, along with the Phoenix Ascension and the SoCal Rising Tide. I think after that, in early March, we'll be in Boston, again for the East Division, hosted by the Boston Bounce with the Northeast Force and the reigning Tier 1 champs, Team LVC out of New York. Then the Central Division Cup in mid-March. I think that's March 16th-ish in Cincinnati, Ohio, which I'm very excited about. That'll be a big event. At least 12, maybe even 16 teams, including both of these two, Chicago and Indiana. We'll be making the trip to Cincinnati to play that one. So all of this whole event calendar and more, including all the venues, all the info you could need, all on the VLA website. encourage you to check that out. And it looks like our floor is clean and Scott McNerney's knee is bandaged. And I think we are ready to get back to some volleyball. 16-13 Chicago in set number 3. Never mind. I thought we were ready to go. Still a bit more. Hopefully that's just kind of sweat or general moisture. Bulava's cleaning up there. Okay, man, Mark Bergman of Team Pineapple has been standing back at the service line with the ball for a good long while now. He's got lots of time to think about what he's going to do serving. Also got to make sure we're in the right rotation. Should be rotation 4 receive for Chicago. Sageman was the last server, I believe. Yep, all right, both teams in the right spot. Bergman back to serve, and we are back to action. Perfect pass by Nice. Bulava accelerates and pounds that ball through a seam in the block. Man, I keep talking about how good the offense has been that Jake Snyder has run for Chicago this match, but really it's all credit to the serve reception. He has been put in such good positions for 2.5 sets now. Can Sweed finish it out? Perfect pass there. Gebert on the right side, ripped down the line, and a good dig by McNerney, unfortunately negated by a net touch by the blocker Austin Nice. Tough serve there. Nice underneath it, but that ball is into the net on the antenna and is out of bounds. That's effectively an ace serve. Who was that? Gebert, I believe? Yeah, ace serve Evan Gebert. That's some nice side spin on that one, tailing to Nice's left. So Team Pineapple's within 2 here. This set is far from over. McNerney fights it off. High ball here for Nice, way inside the court. Tipped down the line, Gebert's there. Nice scoop by Sageman. Price blocked by Snyder and covered. Comas can chase it down. This will be a free ball here. Nice ripped and dug by Barrett. Price through the block of Pasha. A really good rally. Won by Team Pineapple, and a little string of points here being put together after that sort of de facto timeout. As McNerney for Sweed was cleaning up the blood on his left knee. And now Evan Gebert stringing some points together, 1-point game. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything. Service error by Gebert into the net, 18-16 Sweed. Pasha back to serve. Nice touch by Nice. But unfortunately deflects out of the reach of both Bulava and Pasha. (17-18). This is about as close as Team Pineapple has been at this stage in any of the sets so far. Do they have the clutch factor to manufacture a couple points on serve here? Not this time from Price. Oh, what a serve by Snyder. Caught Price diving all the way to his right. Look at that thing hook from the right sideline to the far right sideline of Team Pineapple. Excellent serve from Snyder and a huge point of insurance, 20-17. That is such a big difference. Nice reaction by Comas, a perfect pass. Gebert out of the back row, deep cross court. And brilliantly done by Team Pineapple to side out there. But now work to do. 18 serving 20. Excellent pass by Nice again. Nice on the right side, blocked by Barrington, covered. Nice play by Bulava. Sageman through the block inside cross court. Man, block coverage, such a huge part of the game. I know Sweed's been working on it. We talked to Eric Shizak, their starting libero normally, last night after the win against Team Pineapple, talking about how much they have focused on high ball attacking and block coverage in practice this preseason. It paid off there. Nice to serve. Chops it short, makes Bergman pass it. And that is a net touch against Chicago. Yeah, I think that's a good call. I'm not sure if it was Swartz or Sageman, but one of them got the net definitely. Pineapple not done yet, but they are in a 2-point hole. They need something right here. A serve right on cue. What a timely serve by Jesus Serrano right into the seam between Bulava and McNerney. That is big time. Now Sweed feeling a little bit of pressure for the first time this match. Can they side out this ball? McNerney fights it off the ceiling. Snyder underneath it. Bulava deep cross court, missed it out of bounds, and we're tied. Look at this service pressure by Jesus Serrano with Indiana's backs against the wall. Timeout Chicago, 21-21. Okay. Some fun stuff here, man. You can't say enough about Team Pineapple's spirit and just their will to make these comebacks. It's been a tough road for them this weekend. This is not an easy division to have success in, I think, as Vince Zanzuki and I were talking on our show around the VLA the other night. This division has a great chance to be the best division top to bottom in the VLA, I think. Really, all three divisions are pretty stacked. I know the East Division would have something to say about that too, as probably would the West, even though there's only 2 teams out there. But this is not an easy division to have success in. Team Pineapple has been thrown into the fire. They're galvanizing themselves in the middle of battle. And down 0-2 is not an easy place to be, just emotionally, to will yourself to a comeback. Let's see what Serrano's got here out of the timeout. Off the tape, McNerney is there. Sageman slowed down, somehow dug by Serrano. Barron's got to swing for the lead, but he just keeps it in play. Sageman again! Awesome angle, sharp cross court. I like that repeat set from Snyder a lot. Sweed retakes the lead at 22-21, and look who's back to serve. Parker Swartz. Really good pass by Price. G-Bird is blocked by Pasha. That could be enormous right there. Such a clutch move by number 6 in orange. Sageman there as well to give Swartz another chance to serve and one more point of insurance for Chicago, excuse me. Team Pineapple now is going to call timeout. That could be a break point right there that might just clinch a win if Sweed's able to push this across the finish line. Timeout Team Pineapple. Situation now pretty clear. Team Pineapple needs side out. But even once they get that, Sweed, if Sweed sides out the following 2 balls, the match is theirs. High probability for Chicago at this point. They've put themselves in very good position. But now a test of their mental game. Can they focus and execute 2 more plays? And really this point right here on the serve of Parker Swartz is just a bonus. Whatever happens for Sweed, they're going to be okay with it now that they've gotten that 1 break point and the 2-point cushion that they need. Here we go. Here's the conclusion. This is what it's all about. Not a good pass by Price. G-Bird tipped down the line. Snyder. Nice. Ooh, goes for the option ball. Tries to take a swing on the second touch. I I like the aggressiveness. Looked like they may have miscommunicated there on making sure that Nice, in fact, was going to be the guy to take that ball no matter what he chose. But either way, now exactly as I said, Sweed needs 2 side outs, and this match is theirs. McNerney, Snyder, Sageman, off the block of Price down the line and out of bounds. There's 1 side out. Excellent pass from McNerney as he has put up this entire match now. Match point number 1. Isaac Sageman, who has been awesome. Looking down the line, comes up short, also hit the antenna. 1 match point saved by Team Pineapple, but this is it right here. Pressure all on Indiana. Mark Bergman will be the server. No service sub for him. I'm a little surprised. Got to serve this ball in, obviously. Match point, Bulava, Snyder. Bulava for the win. Slowed down and dug by Barrett. Gebert to stay alive. Blocked and covered. Gebert again. Through the block of Bulava, and we've got overtime. Team Pineapple manufactures a break point to save match point. It is 24-24. Overtime in set number 3. First to get 2 points clear takes it. One-handed set, but Pasha is rejected by Harpenow. Now Team Pineapple has a set point. What a run. 3 points in a row for Indiana. A service error and 2 points on the serve of Mark Bergman. Team Pineapple now has a set point. Look at this. Off the tape pass by Bulava. Cross court through the block and down, and overtime continues. Now Sweed is the team that's chasing. .25 all. Bulava to serve. Perfect pass by Price. Ooh, that ball set a little too far outside. Basically a free ball here. Sageman out of the back row. Dug by Barrett somehow. And Gebert able to put it away. Oh, man, that is a big missed opportunity for Chicago. They got given a gift by that missed connection. That ball set too high for Tony Price. They weren't able to terminate on the free ball. And now Team Pineapple has another set point. Gebert to serve. Perfect pass by McNerney. Nice through the block of Harpenow. Slowed it down, maybe even a little too much, and no defenders there to pick it up. Overtime continues. Now a serving specialist, number 7, Eric Shizok, second team all VLA libero last year. This time coming off the bench in the matching color orange jersey as a service specialist. Just going to float serve this ball in play and try to make a play on defense. Gebert, all thrown into the block of Swartz and confused the block of Sweed. Nice pulled his hands away. That was not the right choice. So that service sub will be undone. Set point Indiana again. Tony Price's turn this time. May have been going out. Bulava plays it anyway. Nice off a pretty good set. Blasted off the high hands and out of bounds. Such a good shot by Austin Nice. That is exactly what he was planning to do. Had no intention at all of hitting that ball in the court. All he wanted was the top of the fingertips of the block. Tied again, this time at 27 all. Jake Snyder back to serve, who's definitely done some damage. Good pass by Price. Pipe combination play comes up short. Price pulls that ball down just a little bit too much. Unforced error, now match point Chicago again. Gonna have to do it on their serve this time. Snyder, handled by Price. Harpenow on the back one. It falls in front of Bulava. Oh, man. Thought that might have been a chance for Sweed to turn that into offense. 28-28. Comes up short on the serve. No luck that time for Harpenow. 29-28. Match point Sweed. I'm losing track of how many chances they've had, but how poetic would it be? Austin Nice against his former team. Man, he wanted it too. Just about tore the cover off that Mikasa. Overtime continues. Serrano keyed the service run that got Team Pineapple back into this third set late. Here he is again. Cuts that one short. McNerney makes the read. Lava cross court off the tape, and Behrens couldn't adjust in time to dig that ball back in play. Another match point coming up for Chicago, and it will be Parker Swartz. (30-29). Could this finally be it? Comas fights it off. Behrens tipped down the line, no touch, out of bounds wide. And in dramatic fashion in overtime, the Chicago Swede survives. 3-0. Chicago defeats Indiana, but a 31-29 thriller in set number 3. That was fun stuff. A lot of credit to Team Pineapple for making that late comeback and making things really interesting. Fought off so many match points, but eventually they succumb, and Sweed grabs their second win of the season, improving to 2-1. So 5 matches in the books, 1 more to come for the weekend. I'm going to grab one of the Sweed guys to chat with about that performance, just about what it took to push that thing over the finish line. But 1 match left. It is the All-Chicago Crosstown Classic. Swede versus Iceman coming up next. Scheduled for 3 p.m. local. We might push that start time forward a little bit. We'll let you guys know here on YouTube and on social media if we're going to move that match time up. But we'll let you know. In the meantime, I'm going to go grab one of the victorious Toucan men from Swede. Yep.
Just leave it here, like that. I'll get a little closer.
Get a little closer to it, please.
Yeah, perfect.
Move this thing over a bit.
Let's see. There we go.
Professional.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rob St. Clair with victorious outside hitter from Swede, Austin Neese. Buddy, you look good in orange.
Thanks, man.
Just about anyone's going to look good in these.
Yeah, these are pretty sick.
Huge fan of the new
Jordan
threads.
did a good job on these.
Here, get a little closer
Yeah,
to the
I'll
mic
get a
for
little
me.
closer.
There you go.
There we go.
So, first of all, talk to me about what it's like to play against your former team.
It was fun. You know, I've known a lot of those guys for a while now. I've been playing with Tony since I was, a freshman in college, 2015. So it's good to get back and play against them, No hard feelings against anyone.
Of course.
We all love each other, so it's fun.
There, I was talking about throughout the match just how much overlap there was and how much familiarity. I mean, practically half your team went to college in Indiana.
Yeah,
or half
crazy.
the guys that were on the court.
Yeah, and around the same time, too.
Right,
It's like,
right.
We're all there for at least 3, if not 4 years together. Yeah.
Then playing against guys like Romano and Tony Price, and then even like Romano being in Chicago, Price being a PFW
Swartz
guy.
Too. Well, Swartz was on my club team too.
Was he really?
So yeah.
So that's what it's all about. Those are the stories that I love to tell in games like this. So the first 2 sets, you guys look practically automatic. I mean, that second set in particular, I think it was 25, maybe 13. Which is incredible.
That sounds right, yeah.
Then Team Pineapple really fought back, and I give them a lot of credit for that.
Yep.
Once it got into overtime, there at 24-24, you guys had a couple chances to win it, didn't quite get it done. What did it feel like in that moment to kind of be put under pressure for the first time in the match?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a different thing to be playing from up 10 points versus, 24-24, 25-25, where, a mistake means so much more there than it would mean in a different point in the game. But I think you still just got to go out and do what you do in that same scenario. You can't be timid or go up and roll a shot you would have normally swung away at high. So I think at least that's my mindset going into those deep points.
Real fun volleyball to watch, and you guys have put yourself in pretty good position now at 2-1 on the weekend with 6 points. Like that's very solid, and beating Team Pineapple twice convincingly must feel pretty nice. But looking forward now, coming up next, you got your crosstown rivals.
Yeah.
You got the Icemen, and you guys have rolled deep this weekend with a lot of bodies. So have they. What do you think the key is going to be to getting revenge from yesterday's loss?
I think we just got to go out and play our game. They're a huge team, so we got to be smart swinging, but still swinging aggressive. And I think just as always in men's volleyball, it's going to be a serve and pass game.
Yeah.
If we can serve harder than them and get them out of system, that's going to be our best chance at taking them down.
I thought that you guys, you, Chris, and Scott passed the ball awesome just now.
Yeah.
You guys were in system so much, gave Jake a lot of great chances. What's it been like picking up Jake Snyder? Tell me about one of your new setters.
He's a freak athlete.
I know, dude.
Holy smokes. Well, yeah, I love playing with him. You pass the ball, you pass the ball tight, and you don't have to worry about, is he going to get it? It's, oh, yeah, he's got his chest above the net, and he's so athletic that even if it's one hand, he's putting up good balls.
Yeah.
It's awesome playing
fun,
with him. Yeah, it's
fun to
fun.
watch.
It makes passing so much easier because you're not trying to, pull it back as much as you would be with a setter that's, I mean, I don't know if there's many setters as athletic as Jake, but
not very many. Some might be bigger, but not very many are more athletic. So that was really fun to watch.
Yeah.
I hope you guys can take at least a few minutes to feel good about the win. I think we did just confirm, by the way, for the viewers, that the next match we're going to start it at 2:30 local. So Sweed versus Iceman, the all Chicago match, going to start at 2:30 local time instead of 3. We're going to move it up a bit. So I'm looking forward to that. Austin, I hope you're looking forward to that.
Rob.
Congratulations,
Thank
well
you.
done.
Cool.
Good luck in the last one.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it. Like I just said, 2:30 p.m. Hear that, Felix? Yeah, 2:30 p.m. It will be first serve for match number 6. Going to move up the schedule a bit now that we have some time flexibility to do so. So thanks for watching. We will put the word out there that 2:30 p.m. will be start time of match number 6. Iceman versus Sweed coming up next. Until then, enjoy your next hour. We will see you for the last one.